my time is not many choice that they can offer for me. So actually, whatever have any chance that I can go abroad to study. So at that time, that because of the social system in Vietnam and in Soviet Union at that time, the same bloc. So they have a kind of program, student exchange, and actually Soviet Union offer many scholarship for Vietnamese students. So my generation mostly trained in Soviet Union and Eastern Europe. So when I just finished Hanoi Conservatory, then they have a possibility to go to Russia. So it's like my dream come true. So I just accepted. So finally, I came with Professor Vladimir Natanson, who is the oldest professor in school, and he was also not concert pianist, so he has a lot of time. So he really coached, like a coaching. So 3-4 times a week, and each time 2-3 hours. So we fix all the technique, basic technique for 1 year. So at the end of the first year, when I have to play in the examination, and no professor recognized this the boy a few months ago, and so it's quite short road. Nobody said that only for 3 years that I started from zero and then go to the Chopin competition. Too short time. Nobody can shortcut that way. And if compare that from 75, when I was still in the mountain, still the war time, to Chopin competition only 5 years. So it's totally unbelievable. It's like a different planet and different. I never could believe that 5 years later that I came to the Warsaw to play competition. Maybe I would underline that preparation for the Chopin competition, that is Professor Vladimir Natanson that gave me, because the Russian piano school are very strong for the romantic repertory, especially we call vocal influence. So we all know that to play Chopin is not only pianistically, but it's poet on the piano. So exactly he bring me all kind of knowledge, give me all this for the success in the Chopin competition. So after the Chopin competition, I finished Conservatory and continue for, we could say, the postgraduate course. Then for my further development, I think Dmitry Bashkirov, who is not only a great teacher but a concert pianist, very many experience, so, and artistic direction, and his repertoire also very different. So I want to expand repertoire. So at that time, if Natanson is just purely romantic, that is in this sense, so Bashkirov would be, I would say, more balanced with the repertory, emotional and with the reason. So with him, I expand Russian program and French very much, and classic. So generally, what I learned from him, the conception, large scale architecture, how to be in the big form, and more rational approach. Not only because before I play purely with the music intuition of the sensibility in the Chopin. So with the Bashkirov is more balanced. Yeah. So I think it's very new project for me, and in the life of the concert pianist, when you are 20 something, you play certain repertory. When you get 30 something, let's say beginning, you can play Russian music, Rachmaninoff, Prokofiev, some excited Liszt and Chopin and everything, 30 something. And then you get 40 something, then you get maybe Brahms or something. But 50 something, that you get closer, Beethoven and then Mozart and then Bach and so I think it's my actual age, and we get certain maturity come from the life, that certain music require not only that you have a talent, you have the musicality is not enough, but you need life experience. And I think it's the moment to enter to the new world, like exactly like a Beethoven. And also I was very happy when the New Japan Philharmonic Orchestra offered this kind of wonderful project. It's not only play, if you play only 1 or 2 concerto, so then it's quite normal, everywhere we can do that. But when play like a set, like a complete like that, so it's very interesting that we can see not only dimension interpretation, but also evaluation, like a compose when through the evaluation from number 1 until the emperor number 5. And also suddenly I happy if, not only that I challenge me for the new thing, but also a kind of suddenly remind me about the wish of my professor Vladimir Natanson, that he always said to me, because at that time I play only Chopin and romantic, he said he wished one day he can listen my Beethoven recital, that I never did. So this time a kind of homage for my dear professor, that even greater than just only Beethoven recital with the orchestra and play complete concerto, that he would be very happy. I never play in Triphony Hall, but through the picture and with the acoustic that is so wonderful and so inspiring. I'm looking for that to share with the audience the moment of the music, and he is not a kind of entertaining music with a superficial sense, but Beethoven project is really, first of all for me, the value of humanity. So he offer that while his music, especially second movement, slow movement, each concerto, we feel it's so close. It's look like he understands our feeling so well. So let's share together.